Hi guys, very good evening, and I hope you are having a great Sunday. Yeah, it's very cozy in Bangalore with its weather. So, welcome again to our talk today. So, today we have a very interesting talk from a very interesting book on failing. Okay, so it is from this book Failing Forward from John Maxwell. So, I know you guys, and we also have understood a lot of. I mean, if you search, there will be a lot of talks on success. We have success gyan and all that. So we thought, okay, we'll do something on failure also because a lot of us have more disappointments than failures. I mean, than successes, right? So we have more mistakes what we do in our life, okay, compared to the right things. So we thought this topic will be very helpful for you guys, and there is so much of content in this. We don't want to ramp it in your head right now. Okay, so we want to take it in parts, and definitely we'll do a series for which we have a wonderful panelist. Let me introduce them and welcome to the studio. Welcome Saurabh, welcome Bhaskar, welcome Naser. Why don't you guys quickly introduce about yourselves, please?
Hi,
Yeah,
this
hi.
is Bhaskar.
Yeah, go ahead, Bhaskar.
Yeah. Hi, this is Bhaskar. I have around 18 years of experience in real estate industry. I'm working from Bangalore. Okay, thank you. Thanks
Yeah,
for that.
yeah. Hi, all. Very good evening. I am Naser. I have around 11 years of experience in IT, and I'm based out of Bangalore. Thank you.
Hi everyone, a very good evening to you all. My name is Saurabh Sharma and I have around 12 years of IT experience.
Thank you so much for coming, guys. Even I have more than 10 years of experience in software industry from Bangalore, and I have to thank all you guys because it's not possible to give this talk on a Sunday evening. Okay, taking some time out of your family is definitely not possible unless you have this growth mindset. Okay, so we have overall around more than around 40 years of experience, right, in the screen, and definitely we have very good nuggets to share, and that will, I hope it will add value to your life, right? So to start with, let us understand what is the difference between achievers and people who are average, right? So I hope once Bhaskar gives his talk, you will get the understanding between the difference between these two. Okay, so Bhaskar, over to you.
Hi, Karthik, and hi all. Thanks for the opportunity. And yeah, so today, we're going to discuss about the first chapter in the Failing Forward from John Maxwell. Okay, and here mainly. So, what is the difference between people who achieve and people who are average? Okay, and what makes the achievers excel, and why some people skyrocket while some other people plummet? What is the main difference between the achievers and not achievers? Okay, so is it a luck? Is it a blessing or something else? Okay. See, if you see some people, even with a lot of difficulties, they're achieving what they want. For example, uh, some people with even two kids and being a single parent also getting a professional degree. We are seeing such examples. And when it comes to corporate career, some people are finding like very innovative ways to increase the profit even with the limited resources. Okay, so we are seeing having so many examples where some people are performing very excellently while others are stuck. Okay, so what is the root cause of achievement? Okay, uh, so is it the family background? Is it the wealth? Is it the opportunities? What each person is having? Is it the if the person having more high moral values, whether he is going to achieve? Okay, or the absence of struggles, obstacles. So, so what is the root cause of achievement? Is it the family background? If you see, with even low family background, also people are able to rise to the highest level and perform better. Even with high, very good family background, also if they're not able to take it failures, they're not able to perform. Is it a wealth? So we saw some people having already a lot of wealth as part of their inheritance. They are not able to succeed, and many people, we have a lot of examples where uh, from broken family, broken houses also they were started, and they could rise to the higher levels. Is it opportunities? It depends on opportunities. Same opportunity being looked at by different people differently. So unless you look at the opportunity in the right way, you will not be able to succeed. Okay. And is it the high morals? So we saw some people with high morals are performing average, but we are seeing some scoundrels also without any morals, they are producing good results. So that also no guarantee that high moral people will achieve higher result. Okay, is it depends absence of obstacles. So if there are no obstacles, is it the guarantee that you'll perform? No guarantee that also. So then, what makes the some people who are achieving better? So that is the main thing is here is the perception and response to failure. So how do you see the failure and what you do when you see a failure? So only that matters to become to achieve better results. Okay, and I will read one quote for you from a great author. So the quotation goes like this: "There is no doubt in my mind that there are many ways to become a winner. But there is really only one way to be a loser. That is to fail and not look beyond the failure." Okay. So you can succeed in many ways, but failure is only one way. So once you fail, if you don't look beyond, that will be the failure. You will be the loser. Okay. So that is a good quotation to. Okay. And then one more thing is, uh, it is not about if you have problems. It is all about how you deal with your problems. That makes you to achieve good results. Okay. So here one story we can. I want to share one story. So there was one lady, Mary Kay, in 1950s and 60s. So she started her career with as a salesman. So almost she achieved very good sales results, and she all 25 years she was having a successful salesperson, and she could grow up to the director level also. Okay. Uh, in spite of that, she felt even though she saw one difference that time. She was the only woman director in the board of directors, and she lead uh, her whole team sales team contain all women, but uh, so then these are all directed by the men there. Okay, even her views are not given good importance in that board meetings and all. So then after 25 years she decided to retire. She retired also. Then after 1 month uh, her inner self was saying, no, you can, no, don't retire and try to achieve more. Okay. Then she decided to start her own business. So that is a cosmetic business. So she bought a lot of good formulas, good patent related to this cosmetic formulas, and strategized good sales plan. And so then there it started. The first obstacle is when she went for registration, company registration. Her attorney told, being a woman, you cannot succeed. Forget about it. Then his accountant also told it is very difficult to succeed. So then she ignored those, and she went ahead and started her own business. And finally, in 1963, she started her own business. and she made a grand success. Now around 3,500 employees and around 5 lakhs people sales directly, indirectly working for this company as of today. So here the moral is you will be having obstacle, but how do you deal with them? That makes you success. Okay. Yeah.
Wonderful,
That's all.
Bhaskar. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing. I'm sure that was a very inspiring story of women entrepreneur to so many of our viewers watching right now. And definitely, you give so many analogies, right? Like, if you are wealthy, whether you can be successful, or if you are broken family, or what about your, I mean, if you are inheriting something from your ancestors, whatever may be the reason. Okay, uh, it's not like there is, as you said rightly, there are so many formulas for success, but for failure, if you don't look beyond it, it's going to be a disaster, right? So, and even our schools, we have not learned how to handle our these failures from our schools, right? So it was a very wonderful story and interpretations you gave. Thank you so much again for sharing, Bhaskar. And yeah, like now we understood the basic essence of this, right? So let us see what once Nazir shares, right? You will have a completely different picture on how you can define failure. Okay, he's going to edit that whatever you have in your mind, right? So Nazir, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Karthik. So, getting a new definition of failure and success. So, I would like to start with a beautiful quote I came across in this book. The difference between greatness and mediocrity is often how an individual views a mistake, by Nelson Boswell. Then later it mentions the Tony Gwynn baseball player, greatest hitter of his generation. So Tony recognizes that to hit his hits, he had to make a lot of outs. So the people who understand baseball game, they will understand about the getting hits and making it, getting it out. So his perseverance brings longevity, and longevity gives opportunity for success. So people are too quick to judge, isolate situations in their lives and label them as failures. Instead, they need to keep the bigger picture in mind. So John Maxwell mentions seven things which are not failure. So let's see one by one. Number one is people think failure is avoidable. It's not. If you are a human being, you are going to make mistakes. Everybody fails, errors, and makes mistakes. And he also mentions Murphy's Law and Peter Principle. So there are five rules. So let's see one by one. So rule number one is you will learn lessons. Rule two is there are no mistakes, only lessons. Rule three is a lesson is repeated until it is learned. And rule four is if you don't learn the easy lessons, they get harder. And rule number fifth and the last one is you will know you have learned a lesson when your actions change. So let's go to the second failure, which people think and it's not. So people think failure is an event. It's not, but a process. Success is not a destination. It is a journey you take and what you do day to day. Success is a process, and so is the failure. So it's not like one day you wake up and you become successful. So if you see the example of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, they have been working over years consistently, and that is how they become success today. Then next one is people think failure is objective. It's not. You are the only person who can label your actions as a failure. So if you can think if Thomas Edison would have stopped on initial failures, he would have never invented the bulb. Then people think failure is enemy. It's not. It takes adversity to achieve success. It is a fertilizer. If you see the SpaceX example, three initial failures of relaunchable rockets, and fourth one was very risky, but still Elon Musk went ahead and he finally succeeded. Then people think failure is irreversible. So it's not. It doesn't matter how much milk you spill as long as you don't lose your cow. Keep everything in perspective. Number six is people think failure is stigma. It's not. They are not permanent markers. Make each failure a step to success. Success. And the final one is people think failure is final. It's not. Failure is simply a price we pay to achieve success. And if we learn to embrace that new definition of failure, then we can move ahead. It's the price you pay for success. So, if you, I would like to mention the example of Sergio Zeman when he was working for Coca-Cola for the Coke, and they were having stiff competition from Pepsi. Then he decided to launch a new variant and discontinue the classic Coca-Cola Coke, and they had $100 million loss due to this. And later, when the company relaunched the classic Coke, it was a big hit. And Simon doesn't consider it as a failure. It's just a mistake, and he learned from it. And later, he was again reappointed in Coca-Cola company. Yeah, thank you.
Amazing, Nazir. So definitely a lot of failures, and to keep failing and proceeding ahead. Okay, I know it's not easy, right? It can be a good talk, but to implement it in personal life, I mean, like in our coming book club, right? We are actually recognizing people who have more number of failures in their life till date. Sounds crazy, right? So yeah, so our book club, we want to encourage failing people who are failing, right? So which actually outside it is not much recommended usually, right? So I want to take this quote which PIM coach Vishal, I took it from him today. When there is a setback, right, don't sit back. Okay, only step back to bounce back. I mean, I repeat, when there is a setback, don't sit back, only step back to bounce back. Okay, so how can you bounce back? Okay, so the we need to understand how we can bounce back, for which Saurabh will share how we can achieve that. Okay, Saurabh, over to you.
Uh, Hello, very good evening again. Uh, Thank you for the opportunity and wonderful sharing from Bhaskar and Nazir. I would like to continue on the same, and I would like to ask a question that if you have failed, are you a failure? So, to begin with, I would like to add a quote that failure is not bad if it doesn't attack the heart, and success is not bad if it doesn't go to the head. And every one of us in our life have embraced failure at one point or another. And it is impossible for us to perform if we believe that we are a failure and we have to fail forward at the same time. There are numerous examples of people in our life. Uh, Few I would like to share is number one, Thomas Alva Edison, number one inventor of his time. But at his school time, he was considered as unteachable. Albert Einstein, the renowned scientist, his school teacher said that he won't amount too much. If they have stick to those notions, I don't think we would be having great inventions from these two wizards. Another example I would like to share is of a Colombian weightlifter, that is Oscar Figueroa. He participated in 2004 Olympics, stood fifth. In 2008, he was not able to finish. In 2012 Olympics, he stood second and grabbed silver medal. And in 2016 Olympics, he bagged the gold medal. What is the common uh, thing in these people? That in the time of adversity, rejection, and failing, they continue to believe in themselves and they refuse to consider themselves as a failure. So there are few ability we require to fail forward. These are seven in total. Number one is achievers reject rejection. In it, we have two type of failure: internal and external. If at any point we have failed and we have embraced it to our heart, there is a lesser chance that we would be getting out of that failure. And if it is an external failure, based on some circumstances, based on some unforeseen events, so then there's a chance that we can get out of it, keeping the right perspective, taking the responsibility of our action, but not taking those failure personally. Second point is achievers, they see failure as temporary. So if we have personalized our failure, then we would be stuck around those failure, and we won't be able to progress or proceed anywhere in our life. Third point is achievers see failures as an isolated incident. So they see it as a momentary incident and not a lifelong epidemic. So a very good example for this is Mirabai Chanu. She grabbed a silver medal yesterday, but in 2016 Olympic, she failed to finish. She failed to qualify even. So she didn't let that single incident to color her view on herself, and we all know she bagged a silver medal for us. Fourth point is achievers keep expectation realistic. We all will be facing setbacks, so we have to keep our approach reasonable and our expectation also reasonable, so that if things don't work as per our expectation, then it won't hurt us much. Fifth point is achiever focus on their strength. So there another way to keeping yourself from failure is to focusing on your strengths and working on it rather than working on your weakness. Sixth point is achievers vary approach to achievements. uh, from a book Psychology of Achievement, Brian Tracy shared that she wrote about four millionaires who reached the top, but the price they paid was an average of 17th business. So on an average, each one of them tried 17 business before reaching the top. The thing that was common in them was they keep on trying and changing until they found something that worked for them. Seventh point is achiever bounce back. All achievers, they have one common skill. After every mistake, after every error or failure, they will keep on moving forward no matter what happens. So if you think that you are failing or you are a failure, I would like to give you 4 points that could help you. Number one is examine your expectation in that area, the area where you want to succeed. What are your expectations in that area? You have to write it down. You have to understand they are realistic, they are achievable, how you can achieve them. Second point is you have to find new ways of doing your work. For your expectation, for your targets, you have to brainstorm, you have to collect new idea, and you have to work on at least 50% of them. Third is you have to focus on your strength, and you have to make yourself understand that how you can make your strength area work for you. And fourth point is vow to bounce back. That is no matter how many times you are failing, how many times there is rejection, you have to just pick yourself and move ahead. So in your life, if you have to fail or you are failing, you have to fail forward. Thank you for the opportunity. Over to you, Karthik.
Wow, amazing, Saurabh. It was also a very concentrated talk. And yeah, definitely I can resonate with what you told. If you see the first Olympian, after for I think 12 years, right? 12 years, he has got that gold medal, right? So, why I said I can resonate because from past 9 years, I'm also working on an idea, but there is not significant, there's no significant accomplishment or progress, I can say. I mean, accomplishment, I can say rather, right? Every year it's like taking 3 steps forward, 2 steps backward, 3 steps forward, 2 steps backward, right? At least like one step progress is there. But yeah, definitely I know about my purpose, okay, why I'm doing what I'm doing, right? So that is very crystal clear to me. And I want to share this last slide before I end this. Okay, so I hope you are able to see. So if you see, there's a difference between failing backward and failing forward, right? So blaming others means you're failing backward. Okay, taking if you take responsibility, you're failing forward. Repeating the same mistakes again, you're going backward. Learning from each mistake, you're going forward. Expecting never to fail again, it is never going to happen. Knowing failure is a part of progress is failing forward. Expecting to continually fail is again failing backward. Maintaining a positive attitude is failing forward. Okay, accepting tradition blindly, again, that is failing backward. So failing forward, challenging outdated assumptions, right? So being limited by past mistakes, I'm sure definitely we'll cover more on your past. If you tell Karthik you don't know about my past, we'll definitely share it in next time. Okay, taking new risk, failing forward. Thinking I'm a failure, again, it's failing backward. Believing something didn't work is failing forward, right? Quitting is failing backward. Persevering is failing forward, right? So I hope these points were very helpful for you all. If you ask, if you tell Karthik you don't know about my past, right? Why I'm not able to succeed. So we are going to cover about that in our next series. Okay, stay tuned. So before we end this, anything you wanted to share, Saurabh, Naser, Bhaskar?
Yeah, very well said, Saurabh. The last slide was awesome, nicely summarized. Yeah,
Very good talk from all the speakers. Thank you, Nazir. Thank you, Saurabh. And
yeah. Thank you all.
Thank
Anything
you
you want
all.
to add?
Sorry. Thank you all. It was wonderful sharing from all of you, Nadir, Bhaskar, Karthik. I just would like to say that even in our life, we are having failures, so we just have to fail forward.
yeah,
Absolutely. Thank you so much again, guys, for coming. I hope whatever we shared was a value add to you. And if you have any doubts personally, you can ping us anytime, and we will be able to see if we can help you overcome this, right? So stay tuned again for our next series continuing on this failing forward. Okay. Have a great weekend. Have a keep smiling and or keep failing forward, right? Okay. Bye bye.